Michigan girl who survived plane crash that killed dad released from the hospital. An 11-year-old girl is on the road to recovery after surviving a horrific plane crash in Michigan thanks to the heroic actions of her father. Lainey Perdue is now headed home from Helen DeVos Children's Hospital and Mary Freebed Rehabilitation Hospital, where she spent 2.5 weeks recovering from her near-death experience involving a plane crash. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. The mother of an 11-year-old girl survivor of the plane crash that killed 4 people, including her father, says she feared the worst when she ran into the hospital to see her daughter and was relieved when the child greeted her. Christy Perdue spoke out for the first time since Saturday's crash on Beaver Island, revealing to Good Morning America on Tuesday her daughter Lainey's first words to her after the crash. She said that when she first learned of the crash, she did not know whether her daughter had suffered burns or a head injury, or whether she would be able to walk again. And she just said, "Hi, Mom," Christy recalled with a smile, "and so I just knew at that moment that that part was going to be okay." Christy also said she believes her husband saved their daughter's life by wrapping her in a bear hug. Lainey told me in the hospital that her last memory is that Dad just grabbed her and held her really, really tight, Christy said, while standing outside Helen DeVos Children's Hospital in Grand Rapids, where her daughter is being treated. "In my heart, I know it protected her." The mother of 4 revealed that Lainey suffered 5 broken bones, but all of the fractures were on one side of her body, suggesting that her other side was spared thanks to her father's protective stance. "I believe that would make sense to me that if her injuries were on one side, then her other side was with her dad and he was holding her," Christy said through tears. The crash claimed the lives of 4 of the 5 people who were aboard the Island Airways flight from Charlevoix Municipal Airport to the nearby Welk Airport. The victims have been identified by the authorities as pilot William Julian of Traverse City and passengers Mike Perdue of Gaylord, Kate Lease and Adam Kendall of Beaver Island. Lainey survived and was airlifted to the hospital in Grand Rapids to undergo treatment. Her mother said on Tuesday that Lainey still has a long road ahead of her. Christy added, "She is amazing and she is inspiring us all." According to the latest updates on the site Caring Bridge, where the family has been sharing news of Lainey's progress, the 11-year-old underwent multiple surgeries, was now breathing on her own, adjusting to eating and drinking again, and was feeling better. On Monday, Lainey started inpatient physical therapy and was able to briefly stand up. Lainey and her mom will return to their home in Gaylord for the first time on Wednesday. Perdue, who has 3 other children, said the homecoming will be bittersweet. "When we go home, we know that we'll see all of Mike's things and we'll have to work through that," she said. As they continue to grieve the loss of the husband and father, Perdue said it's the support that has helped carry them through. "Our community has just surrounded us with love," she said. Lainey's getting letters from schools all over Michigan, letters from New York and Minnesota, and we are just so grateful. She also said they hope to have an initial report about what caused the crash in the next couple of months. The doomed passenger flight took off at 1:32 p.m. on Saturday with 5 people on board and crashed just 15 minutes later while approaching Welk Airport west of Mackinac City. Officials with the National Transportation Safety Board said the investigation into the cause of the crash was still in its early stages, but John Brannon, senior air safety investigator with the federal agency, told 9 and 10 News that they were looking into whether high winds played a role in the tragedy. Brannon said the investigation will also examine how much the plane weighed at the time of the crash. "One of the things that we do look at, and one of the things we're doing today is, we took all the baggage from the airplane. We're weighing all the baggage," said the NTSB official. "Weight and balance is an important factor in aircraft, so we're looking at their load manifest to see if it matches up with what we actually weighed." Crash victim Mike Perdue, the survivor's father, worked as a real estate agent in Gaylord, Michigan, where he lived with his wife, their 2 daughters, and twin sons. "We are heartbroken with the loss of my husband, a father, brother, son, and friend. He gave the best bear hugs, and I believe he grabbed our daughter and protected her," Christy Perdue previously stated. "Our prayers are also with our island community and the other souls lost in the accident. The tragic crash won't ground them for long." Christina Perdue, a Beaver Island native, says their family enjoys spending time at their cottage on the island. "When we're all ready, we will definitely fly again," she said. "We will go to Beaver Island. That's our home, and Mike will be buried there." The family will hold a funeral service for Mike Perdue in December. Meanwhile, a loved one has started a GoFundMe campaign to help the Purdue family financially, which has drawn more than $84,000 in donations as of Tuesday. William Julian, 55, was behind the controls of the plane. He is survived by his wife and daughter. According to a report by 9 and 10 News, Julian had started working for Island Airways 7 months ago. The crash also took the lives of Lise, 35, and Kendall, 37, who posted a video of a flight they took over Beaver Island just days before the fatal accident. The couple's 2 dogs, who were aboard the plane on Saturday, also died. Lise, a biochemist, and Kendall, an attorney, had only recently settled in Beaver Island after spending years traveling. They had been planning to open Antho Vineyards, a winery and tasting room on the island in Lake Michigan. It feels like a place somewhere along the road where you could stop and have a glass of wine with new friends, Lise told the Detroit News for a story published a week before the crash. Our goal is to have that kind of place that brings people together. The pair were also in the process of renovating a century-old farmhouse on the island, which they had decided to make their new home because of its peaceful atmosphere. Almost immediately after we pulled into the marina here, we knew this was the level of quiet we were looking for, Kendall told the newspaper. At night, there's almost complete silence here. It's the kind of place we had been looking for as our next spot. They referred to themselves on social media as travelers turned farmers and said they had lived in 200+ places in an airstream and an old boat since 2016. On Thursday, they posted a video showing the wheels of a flight they were taking hovering several miles above the Beaver Island shoreline with the caption, "Flying again to take the big dog back to his 3rd vet appointment, crossing all the fingers and toes for better news." In another post, on October 29, the couple shared another image of a flight they took over the island, showing trees of every color surrounding one road leading to the beach. They used their shared Instagram page, Life Without Waiting, to post pictures of their cross-country adventures and share photos of their dogs, Frank and Barker. One posted on Friday showed the 2 dogs laying on top of a bed in the back of an ambulance they converted into a living space, and another posted that same day featured Lise and Kendall standing outside a trailer with their 2 dogs, which they called a family photo. "We've owned this Airstream going on 6 years, and this is our very first family photo in the doorway," the caption read. "Thanks at MMIV Photo for these impromptu happy shots. I always want to remember us like this." The twin-engine Britten-Norman plane with a pilot and 4 passengers on board was flying from Charlevoix on Michigan's Lower Peninsula, the Federal Aviation Administration said in a statement. The aircraft crashed at Welk Airport, located 35 miles away, as it was about to land. A Coast Guard helicopter was conducting training when they received the emergency alarm of the accident. They could reportedly see debris on the island and local medical teams already responding. The helicopter airlifted 2 people to the hospital, Mike and Lainey Purdue. The Coast Guard said that the officers were performing chest compressions on the 11-year-old girl while she was being airlifted to a hospital in Petoskey. Her father initially survived but succumbed to his injuries en route to the hospital. Lainey was subsequently transferred to Helen DeVos Children's Hospital in Grand Rapids for further treatment. The cause of the crash has yet to be determined, and the National Transportation Safety Board is investigating with assistance from the Federal Aviation Administration. According to Island Airways, this is the first crash the airline has ever had. Another airline operating out of Beaver Island experienced a fatal crash on a foggy day in February 2001 when a pilot and passenger were killed when the plane landed in a thicket of trees nearly 2 miles short of the airport runway. A mother and her 3 children survived and waited in the woods to be rescued, withstanding winter temperatures for more than 15 hours, according to the News Review. If you enjoyed the video, kindly give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, and share with others. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.